Running to the gate.
And all we want is 2 measly little sunbeds.
Poor man. Guys, we're back. Look who I'm with. Yes.
For not sitting at a laptop and basically being unhappy. What do you mean?
This week we are off to Italy. Again, back to the old stomping ground. The focus this week is to get the Airbnb ready. We want it listed by the 1st of May, which is very soon. I'm going to be reunited with Donny, and I am so excited. It's been 2.5 weeks. That's a pretty long time for us to be away from each other, I must be honest, and I am very excited to see him. Get the keys for the Airbnb, and then we have a few little bits that we need to get going and we need to finish, and we need to do a few Ikea trips, which, let's be honest, one of my favourite things to do. And this week I've got a few meetings this week that I need to do from over in Italy. Obviously loads going on with the brand, and yeah, busy week, but I'm really excited to go back to Italy, and I'm really excited to get this project going because I am so hungry for building the property side of things. My fingers are in the pies now and I'm ready. I am ready for the journey. Touch wood, the whole process with Airbnb has been seamless, so that's definitely helped. There will be bumps in the road, but hey ho, that's what life's about, right? So the sooner we get those guests, the sooner we're going to realise the things that we maybe didn't think about that we need to think about. My suitcase is packed, my flight is in a few hours. We're going to show you the new apartment. I'm going to take you with me. See you when we get to Italy.
We are off. We are on our way. I am running to the gate. Literally indestructible. It has seen, it's been through it.
We have just woken up for the first time in this place. We had the best sleep. I can't even tell you how nice it feels to just be here. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel so happy here. But I just had to show you this view. We're getting ready, we're going to Ikea. Very excited. Look at this view from the bathroom. Like, how beautiful. Also, I have to be honest, this bathroom is the best bathroom for lighting. I would book this Airbnb on the lighting in the bathroom alone. Like, guys, sign me up. Anyway, we have like 7 cleaners here at the moment. They have been here since about 7 a.m. and they are blitzing the entire place. It's actually a really big place, so it's going to take them a while, but I can just hear loads of Italian Donnys mincing about and cleaning. Donna is Italian for woman. Guys, we're back. Look who I'm with. Yes, the weather is weathering.
Yeah, they said it was gonna rain, and yeah, it's raining.
It ain't raining. Oh my god. We are back. We're back in Italy and we're reunited.
Yeah.
Isn't it lovely?
It is so good.
We are on our way to Ikea, and we're very excited because we have a list as long as my arm. Best believe this is literally one of my favourite things to do, and this is a first for me. Donny is taking my Italian Ikea virginity. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. How exciting is that? We've left the cleaners in the place. It smells so fresh and so clean. And we have ordered a shit ton of things on Temu. Never ordered from Temu before, and Temu is a whole different world. I mean, Temu is essentially, I think, just Alibaba but for consumers, right?
Yeah.
Someone tell me if that is the case. I think that is the case. Gosh, it's rather hot in here. Anyways, we ordered a load of stuff on Temu.
which is an absolute lifesaver. However, we're slightly concerned because it's the 23rd of April today and it was meant to be delivered today, but obviously in true classic Temu style, we're not sure when it's arriving and we're due to leave early next week, but it may arrive after that. So if so, we may need to relook at our schedule. However, let's remain optimistic. So I'm still going to ask you guys to cross your fingers for me, because who knows, even by the time this goes up, we might still be waiting. Main things we really need are outdoor furniture. We're really grateful that it's done super nicely because it just makes our job a lot easier. I'm hoping to have a very fruitful,
We definitely will.
fruitful Wednesday. Do you have anything to add?
I am so happy to be back with my girlfriend.
Say it a bit louder for the people
I'm
in the
so
back.
happy to be back with my girlfriend finally after 2 weeks.
Isn't that lovely, guys? He is an absolute gem. I am also very excited to be back. I'm very, very excited actually. I was so excited. There's no better feeling when you get to the airport and you just know that the other person on the other side is just as excited to see you too. I practically skipped that baggage handling section. Are you having a nice time?
I'm having an amazing time.
Are you feeling tired?
I'm alright.
That's a yes.
Didn't factor in all the things we would have bought today, so it's all news.
We've managed to fill this entire thing with pretty much linens, towels, and a nice new hat for Donny. Getting tired. Absolutely wiped, and we are getting the very, very last bits. I'm looking for 43. The very last bits of this whole thing. I'm guessing that this is going to come to like £1,000, but I don't know for sure. But I will let you know. Ikea completed. We made it. It's absolutely pissing it down outside. And we are full to the brim. Yeah. We accidentally almost broke the plates, but that's fine. They're safe and sound. And
It's 8:30 p.m.
well done us.
Yeah.
Full day. We've got everything we needed.
It's just like this fine moment.
Yeah, it really is. You never know, like, when you do these things, how it's really going to feel. Like, everyone says, like, oh yeah, you won't regret it, like, when you...
That's right.
But, like, the feeling's so nice. Like, knowing you're doing something, like, just for you that no one else can take. It's Friday. It's Friday. We have had such a hectic week. We have been moving things. We've been back and forward to Ikea. We have been back and forward to every shop you can imagine in Puglia. And the plan with this brand and this business is to roll out and get more properties. And obviously we are very close to getting this one listed. We basically were going to leave on Sunday next week, but we are still waiting for this delivery from Temu. This is the first time I've ever ordered from Temu before. Don't know if anyone else watching this has ordered from Temu before and has had pleasant, fast, rapid experiences, but that's definitely not been ours. So we are waiting for that, and we kind of need that because that's a lot of the products, a few bits like curtains, just finishing touches really, and then obviously from that we're going to organise our photographer who's going to come and take all of our photos. At the moment we're kind of umming and ahhing. List the property as private or on Airbnb. So we're kind of just deciding that at the moment, because Donny fortunately has a lot of contacts in this area, but also with concierge and things looking for properties in these sorts of areas. And obviously the benefit of listing it privately is, quite frankly, you can potentially charge more money, because obviously the clients that are looking for properties have more budget, and also just the ease of it, from it not having to go through obviously a third party like Airbnb, which you give a percentage away to. You give about 3%. The person who pays the bulk for Airbnb services in this example is actually the people that are staying in the Airbnbs. So they pay about 15%, which you don't really see as a consumer at the other side. And Airbnb said that that's the most common way for people to list their properties, because obviously this is a business and people have to make money, which I've noticed on social media quite a few people have a problem with, and that's just, quite frankly, not the way that I work. I wouldn't be doing this. One of my favourite sayings is, this is not a charity, and people just feel uncomfortable with talking about money, making money. Not entirely sure why, because everybody, I believe, is entitled to success if that's what you want. Also, success comes in many different forms. However, I did have a question on my socials, because I put a Q&A out this week to my followers to ask if they had any questions on doing this, and I would be more than happy to answer. Because I definitely had a lot of questions before I started doing this, and I've learned a lot already, and we've not even got our first property live. So my advice to you, if you're thinking of doing it, is to just dive in. Nothing so far has been that complicated, and we are definitely benefiting from the fact that Donny is local to the area, which massively has a huge impact, but we're definitely not alone in that. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about doing it, my advice to begin with is to just start looking for properties, get an understanding of what is out there, and I guess take it from there. In Italy, it's a lot more relaxed, and you just kind of have to have these open conversations with landlords, and to be honest with you, they're really quite open to it as long as you're really transparent with what you want to do. For the most part, they just want their guaranteed monthly revenue, which is the instance for this property that we're in now. The first property that we have, this one in Savoletri, is the oldest Masseria in this area, which is such a nice, I mean, it doesn't feel like it, but it is a really nice storytelling piece, which I'm all about. I just love this perfume. I got gifted it in a press day. Is called Late Night Gelato. Quite fitting, would you not say, for where we are? But it's lickable perfume. I don't know if you can see that, but what the hell? Lickable perfume, and I just got some in my mouth, and it is very lickable, I must admit. So that's the plan for today, and then we have to go back to Ikea because we have to pick up the beds. We couldn't have those delivered the other day. The delivery times were like 3 weeks, which is not going to work for us. And we need to sort out the Wi-Fi, so we're going to get the Wi-Fi sorted. We're just going to go to Vodafone and get one of those sort of, like, in the UK we call them dongles, but I mean, I don't know what they call them here. But honestly, pretty much ready to go. We're just waiting on this delivery, and then we'll organise a photographer. We're going to pull together a brochure as well, so that we can send to like private clients so that they can see it and then book directly with us if they want to. I also have a extensive wedding planner list that I got from Instagram. A few friends that are planning weddings at the moment, which is very exciting, but I'm going to reach out to those guys because this Airbnb is walkable distance. I mean, you can see it from our villa to Borgo Ignazia, which is a super well-known hotel in this area. Very, very, very expensive, but there's a lot of weddings that happen there. Justin Timberlake actually got married there if you were interested in the old trouser snake. So what we're thinking of doing is reaching out to a bunch of wedding planners, because obviously the thing is they will have brides and grooms looking for venues, looking at venues, so they'll be coming out to Italy and need somewhere to stay if they're not staying at the hotel. And also for the wedding, because obviously they'll have guests, and maybe some guests don't want to stay at the hotel, can't afford to, don't want to, whatever. And then this spot is a really good location because you could literally walk to the wedding if you wanted to. Building quite a strong connection with people in the area, so like
taxis, the local hotels, so like to use their pools, building out this concierge service that goes with it as well, because for us I think that's one of the most important things when you're traveling and you kind of like need help with stuff. I don't know, do you want a private chef to come to the house? We will organise all of that, because building up a really strong network of people. So that, guys, is the plan for today. See you soon.
So we came here looking for some sunbeds because it was very cheap, and now we're not going to have to go to Ikea because we've found these, which are much cheaper and all right. And we're going to shove some nice Ikea cushions on them, and you're going to be none the wiser. It's quite a good time in here. Very reasonable plants. Minchia. We're waiting for our chairs.
We are waiting for our chairs indeed.
But it seems to be, as always is the case, we have seen 7 cars pull up. Sette voiture. That's French. What's cars in Italian?
Macchina.
Sette macchine arrive, departe, and get their items, and we are still waiting, and all we want is 2 measly little sunbeds, which we were really going to go back to Ikea and find, but Donny's very happy because now he doesn't need to go to Ikea.
Yeah.
Donny hates Ikea.
No.
I'm joking, he doesn't hate Ikea. So it saved us a job, and I actually think that they'll be all right, and we've got 2 for the price of 1 that we would have spent in Ikea.
Good point.
So you know what, like I said, we're not dressing our own home, so we need to stop taking it so personally. I just take interiors very personally and very seriously, and I need to let that go, because we're just looking, you know, to make some moolah, and we want them to be comfortable for the guests, but they don't need to be the best sunbeds you've ever seen and the most beautiful sunbeds you've ever seen. So we're waiting for that, and then we're going to go to the airport because Donny has been sporting this lovely shirt.
They don't need to know this, do they?
Why not?
Also, it's
All
not
right,
true,
fine.
because for a couple of days I wasn't wearing this. So it's the 3rd use I get of this shirt.
For dessert?
It's the 3rd use.
You got from the shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite a lot in 1 week, isn't it? I won't put it in.
Doesn't smell.
No, it smells lovely.
Yeah, it smells alright.
Yeah, it actually smells fresh to say he's had it on for 7,000 days.
About 3 years I had it on. I don't like to change. Just like Ollie, she doesn't like to change underwear. It's been since I met her, at least.
You
that
poor,
she's been wearing the same.
you poor man. Get yourself here. He's been called. He's got to go and get his items now. He was lying about the underwear thing. I definitely changed my underwear twice, having known him. I've known him for 2 years. Anyway, after this we can go home. We're gonna get his suitcase from the, I was gonna say supermarket, not from the supermarket. We're gonna get his suitcase from the airport, l'aeroporto, and then we're gonna go home. And I'm gonna do some work this evening. Excited because I can actually kind of relax. As much as like everyone looks at the fact that I'm in Italy and thinks it's really nice and like whatever, yeah, but we are working. And I'm going to talk about that in another video, because I do get a bit of sort of like, I don't even know if separation anxiety is the right word, but sometimes I really feel like bad for not sitting at a laptop and basically being unhappy. Because I feel like I'm not doing work when actually all of this is work. And I think that really says a lot about my career history. The fact that I feel like I need to be... What do you mean?
Ti è piaciuta stendersi alla
Oh, bloody hell, minchia!
Bra, minchia grossa.
No, they'll fit. And we've just realised that this is how they give them to us. Great. We're here, waiting for his suitcase. So it didn't arrive when they said it was going to arrive. And so now we have been waiting in the airport for an hour. We got ourselves some pizza snacks.
We did.
And now we're just waiting because we don't know for sure if it is on this flight. But if it is, then we'd feel a bit negligent going home. So we're going to see if it's on this flight. If it's not on this flight, then back in the mobile we go with those sunbeds. Donny's starting to, you know. We are having a very fun time though, watching people who come out of the airport and just calling them random names. Go on, Donny, cheer the next one in.
3 years later.